Alright, so in this episode, I'm going to be making the Datsun 280Z side skirts. So I've got a big 4x8 piece of 22 gauge sheet metal here. I would have used aluminum, but stuff's pretty expensive around me, and this is cheap, and if I need to, I can weld it. But I don't think I'm going to have to. I think I'll be able to bend it in shape. And here's my cardboard template. I'll post some pictures of the templates that I've already made so you can get an idea of what it's going to look like on the car. I'm going to have the side skirts kind of bolt up here, and then also on this pinch weld down here at the bottom, I'm going to have probably some riv nuts, so they're going to secure there, and then come all the way back. Nothing too crazy, but yeah, I've got pretty much my template traced out onto the metal here, and everything measured accordingly. So now I need to go ahead and cut this out, and then try and get the bends. You know, I'm just doing this at home. Gonna try and use this piece of angle iron here to do the bends right. So you know, gonna try and build these side skirts myself and see how it goes. I'm gonna show you guys the process. Alright, so you saw we got that middle section cut out of the metal here, and now you can see my ingenious metal bending table. So I've got a long piece of angle iron here, and we've just got it clamped to the table. So going to heat it up, not with flame heat, but just a heat gun heat, and hopefully that will make it a little bit easier to get this first bend in there. Alright, it has been several months since you saw that last clip of us struggling to get this sheet metal bent for the side skirts. You know, we've gotten the motor in since then. The side skirt project has been going on for a while. But we went and got the side skirts bent with a sheet metal brake. Basically took it to someone who actually builds stock cars, who, you know, has all the tools to bend sheet metal, and wow, it made bending this thing like butter. So wow, it really makes to have the right tools. It took like 5 to 10 minutes to bend both sides. All we had to do was mark our lines and kind of know an idea of how far to bend it. So you can see we've got that back side straight up and down, and we've got this front side kind of at a backwards angle, and then this one bends back towards us. So this is the side skirt, and we are going to go ahead and get this mounted to the car. This back section will just mount to the pinch weld with a few bolts. This will mount to the fender with probably 3 bolts there, and then probably 2 bolts in the back. Right now the fronts are very straight cut. I think I'm going to try and round them to the wheel wells, but that'll all be soon, not for this first test fitting and getting bolted to the car. We're going to get that done first. So got the car prepped and ready. The fender is where it needs to be. The door is aligned and right where it needs to be. So we're going to get this side skirt, this driver's side, mounted and show you the process. Alright, so we got the side skirt mounted with a few bolts. Many of the bolts are screwed into the pinch weld. There's about 6 of them down there. So you can probably see there's 2 bolts here in the back that are going to hold up the rear part of the skirt. Had to drill holes in the car. I didn't really want to do that, but in order to have a side skirt on there, it's mandatory. Now I'm going to have to also drill holes in the front fender. I haven't done that yet, but I've got the holes marked for where they need to be drilled. In the back, I'm going to use nutserts, but in the front I am not, because I do have access to the back side of the fender, so I actually just use a bolt and a nut for that. So the side skirts do look pretty low, and I measured them so that the side skirts are about 1 inch above the frame rail. So you might not be able to see it, but the side skirts are above the frame rail, so I don't foresee any issues there. If I'm going to be dragging or scraping the ground, I probably shouldn't be driving there because I'm going to be scraping the frame rail, so that wouldn't be good. So it's going to make the car look a lot lower and still be drivable. So time to go ahead and get these front bolts, bolt holes drilled, and go from there. I do have, so like this is a pretty big open space that doesn't really, it's just a big open space, doesn't really look that good. So I picked up some Ford Focus hood louver vent things off of eBay. I'm gonna go ahead and throw this right here. So I'm gonna drill a hole or cut this all out and mount this, and that should make it look a little better here than just a big open area. So let's go ahead and get these holes drilled. Okay, so I got everything cut out that I need to and shaved down the edges here, and got the hole cut out for the duct, and everything's looking really good. So now it's time to go ahead and mount it back to the car. So the side skirt is mounted on the car, and I'm really happy with the way it turned out. We were originally going to leave the ends straight up and down, basically like the one I have to do still. But I took a chance and I was like, oh, I don't really like them straight up and down, so I curved them as you saw with the fender flare. Took that and it just looks so much better. It looks more unique and actually contoured to the car. So glad I did that. I'll step back. It's of course needs to get painted black, but I think it's going to look even better when it's black. So now I need to go ahead and just repeat all the steps I just did for this side skirt onto this one on the passenger side, and I'm going to go ahead and get that done. You already saw me do it once and don't need to show you again, so I'm going to get this one done and be right back. Well, here the car is on the ground, and we can finally see how the side skirts look with the car on the ground and the wheels on and everything, and I'm really happy with the way it turned out. I still need to figure out a vent style there, because it turns out I don't really like the plastic in there. It just seemed a little bit too big, so I'm going to build some custom vents, probably out of metal, and bolt them in, but that's going to be later. But yeah, this looks really sweet. I'm really happy with it. I know a company does sell side skirts that do look kind of like this, but I just wanted the opportunity to build my own and kind of customize them the way I wanted to. I've done that a lot with this car, so I just wanted to work with my hands and see what I could build on my own before I bought their side skirts. So this is how they turned out. I'm really happy with it, and I really appreciate you guys watching. I think next I'm going to be building the exhaust, and yeah, stay tuned for a video on that, and I'll see you in the next one.